if you see public debt, or if you refer any book also or in your notes also, that public debt has two components, internal debt and external debt. Okay, now we'll understand in this way. Now first of all we'll understand what is debt. Okay, what is debt? I am 101% sure very less students know about this concept. Okay, if you have listened my foundation classes, then you know about it, but otherwise very less student know about this concept. Okay, or you can say they get confused easily in this concept. Now what is debt? Now debt talks about past borrowings for which government of India, okay, or for which, not about government of India, for which you can say organization is still paying interest. Now you can understand in this way. For example, your father has given you the responsibility that now onwards you will handle the company. So your company is just one organization. So when you decided to, or when the responsibility is given to you, okay, no doubt the good leadership or the good quality that we used to see in every person, either it is a leader or you can say businessman, that first of all they manages finances. So your first task is to see that if in past your father has taken any borrowing, and suppose your father started this company 10 years back, okay, and after 10 years now the company, he is handing over the company to you. Now at when he started the company, so suppose your father has taken a loan that time, means 10 years back. So your father has taken a loan that time, it means right now when you started handling the company, your company is still paying interest payment for that. Yes or no? Definitely yes. Okay, why? Because loan has been taken for 20 years and your company is 10-year-old and now you are handling after 10 years. So it means that company is still paying or there is a debt on that company. Now when you come and take the, okay, clear, when you come and take the borrowing, okay, or when you come and make the budget, so you will also raise the borrowing, so you will raise borrowing for the future, so that is fiscal deficit. So first of all understand difference between fiscal deficit and debt. Okay, so fiscal deficit word says, like if suppose today you become the prime minister, assume that today you become the prime minister. Now in order to run your government or in order to run the country, you will make or present the budget. So in that budget you will tell that this year I am going to take this much borrowing for the coming financial year. So this is fiscal deficit. But same way, if suppose previous government has taken some borrowing, or you can say, talk about if suppose Manmohan Singh government has taken some borrowing for 20 years or for 30 years. So it means that they have taken that borrowing for that time period, it is fiscal deficit. It is fiscal deficit. But whatever the current government, that is you can say paying the interest for that government, so that is debt for this current government. Clear? So this is what you have to first understand, that there is a debt, there is a difference between debt and fiscal deficit. So ultimately right now, or if you see, like this year we are taking 17.8 lakh crore as a borrowing. Now in this, some of the borrowing will be taken for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years, whatever. Now, so this year it is fiscal deficit. But tomorrow, or you can say next year, if suppose you are running or you are the prime minister, so for you this will become a debt. For you this will become a debt. So debt is past borrowing. Fiscal deficit is future borrowing that you are going to take. Difference is clear? So this is what first you have to understand, what is the difference between debt and fiscal deficit. Now moving further, now we use a word public. So we'll understand this logic also. But to understand this thing, so as I told you, we have internal debt as well as external debt. So first we'll understand what is internal debt, external debt, then automatically you will get the logic for why we use the word public. Okay, why we use the word public. Clear? So if you see internal debt, so internal debt means past borrowing. So whenever I use the word past borrowing, it means I am talking about those borrowings for which our current government is still paying interest payment. Okay, still paying interest payment. Clear? So you can say past borrowing past borrowing taken by government from within the country, So can I say that government of India has taken borrowing from resident of India? Government of India has taken borrowing from resident of India. Clear? So this is called as past borrowings. Clear? So this is a part of internal debt. Clear? Okay. This is the component of past, you can say, internal debt. Clear? So can we say that whenever government of India, or you can say whatever borrowings that government of India has taken from the resident of India, and still our government of India is paying interest over that, that is a part of internal debt. Clear? So this is what first you have to remember, number one. Number two, now what is external debt? Now if we see external debt, so if you have understood internal debt, so external debt says that government of India, whatever past borrowing they have taken from outsider, means outside the country, means from non-resident. So this is a part of external debt. But here external debt include other things. External debt also include that resident of India. So resident of India include people like you and me. Okay, include any legal entity recognized by the government of India as resident of India. So Article 14. So if you see Article 14 of the Constitution, they use the word legal entity. Okay, so all those legal entity are recognized as resident of India. Okay, as well as resident of India includes state government. Okay, I'll make you write this thing. So resident of India, whenever they have taken loan from non-resident, means from outside. So that will also be a part of external debt. So resident of India include, you can say people, or you can say citizens of India. It include any legal entity. Okay, as well as it includes state government. So it include three things. Resident of India include three things, and whenever they are taking borrowing from outside, or whatever borrowing they have taken in the past from outside, for which these people are still paying interest payment, okay, that will become part of external debt. Okay, so remember we are talking about debt. Debt is about past borrowings for which still there is interest payment, you can say these entities are paying, that is debt. Fiscal deficit is future borrowings. Okay, so no doubt fiscal deficit will also become a part of public debt. Okay, so right, whatever fiscal deficit we have in this year, this will become public debt next year. Okay, so ultimately this is called, you can say, citizens plus legal entity plus this. So this is, you can say, external debt. Okay, now if you have understood this thing, so can I write public debt like this? Public debt is, you can say, government of India, whatever past borrowing they have taken from resident of India, plus government of India, whatever past borrowing they have taken from non-resident, plus resident of India, they have taken borrowing from non-resident. So now you know what non-resident of India includes. Clear? Okay. Clear? So I hope it is clear to you. So can I write like this? Public debt is government of India taken borrowing from resident of India, government of India taken borrowing from non-resident, resident of India taken borrowing from non-resident. Okay, so this is public debt. Okay, now if you have understood this thing, okay, so if you see, now first of all many questions are coming in your mind, ki why we include this? Okay, why we include this? Okay, now reason is this: if any resident of India has taken borrowing from outside, past borrowing, and if they defaulted, so on their default, government of India has to give such money. Okay, government of India has to give such money. So government of India used to, or you can say anyone, if suppose you want to take borrowing from outside the country, or you can say from any foreign bank. Foreign bank means you go to the USA and there you want that this US bank in USA will give you borrowing. So you cannot take borrowing like this. You have to, or bank will tell you that first go to your country, bring permission from your government. If they give us, If they give you, then only we will give you borrowing. Okay, so ultimately without government permission, you cannot raise foreign borrowings. Without government permission, you cannot raise foreign borrowings, and if government has given you the permission and if you defaulted, then government of India will be responsible for giving that amount. Clear? That is why it has been mentioned here. Okay, so it means whenever government of India is giving permission, it is pledging Consolidated Fund of India. If this person will not pay you the money, we will pay you the money from Consolidated Fund of India. Similarly, when government taking money itself, that is from resident of India as well as non-resident, then also government of India is pledging Consolidated Fund of India. So can we say that public debt, kya concept hai public debt ka? Public debt says that whenever Consolidated Fund of India has to be pledged, then it will become a part of public debt. So means whenever any borrowing is taken and for which Consolidated Fund of India is pledged, okay, then it will become a part of public debt. Okay, so it will become part of public debt. Now you have seen that we have not written state government taking borrowing from within the country, means from the resident of India. That is not the part of public debt. Why? Because whenever state government are taking borrowing from within the country, that is from resident of India, they used to pledge Consolidated Fund of the states. Clear? If examiner will ask you, what is Government of India's debt. So sometime in newspaper there is a term, debt of Government of India. Debt of Government of India comprise of this two only. Okay, so whatever I circle with you can say pink, okay, or I made a square, that is regarded as debt of Government of India, or you can say central government debt. So one student is asking what is central government debt. So this is central government debt. Okay, central government debt. So can I say, or I can write public debt like this also. Public debt is nothing but central government debt plus resident of India debt from non-resident. Can I write like this also? Okay, so public debt is central government debt plus resident of India taken, or you can say already whatever past borrowing they have taken from non-resident. So this is, you can say, public debt. So I can write like this also. Okay, so ultimately why we are using the word public, why public word is using, because we are maintaining the record of this also. Okay, because we are maintaining this record also, that if public has taken borrowing from outside, we are maintaining that record also. That is why we use the word public debt. Is it clear to you? There is another term, general government debt. Okay, there is another term that is known as general government debt. Now this is a term used by NK Singh committee. Okay, so we'll talk about it there also, but we'll understand the concept here itself. Now what is general government debt? General government debt says that is debt of central government, or you can say central government debt. So now you know what is central government debt means. Okay, central government debt plus state government debt. So when I am saying state government debt, so it has again, or you can say what state debt government includes. State government debt includes state government has taken the past borrowing from within the country, that is from resident of India, plus state government has taken borrowing from non-resident. So as I told you that this is the part of public debt. This is the part of public debt. This is what we have added. Okay, so central government debt. So this is also the part of public debt, plus this is also the part of public debt, and we added this. So whatever comes out, that is called as general government debt. So we can say general government debt is nothing but the debt over our country. Okay, so you can say general government debt is nothing but you can say debt of both center and state that they have taken from within the country as well as from outside. Okay, that is debt of both center and state which they have taken from within the country as well as outside. Okay, so which they have taken from within the country as well as outside. Clear? Okay. So coming back to the topic, public debt. So this is what you have to understand, what is general debt. So if examiner will ask you what is public debt, what is general debt, what is debt of government of India or central government debt, all the three are different. I hope now concept is clear.